Lots of personal stories about some iconic venues. This evening, My Home of Music takes us to the streets of Bath.
I think it's very good. It's a nice atmosphere. It's nice and European.
This guy is pretty good.
I think it's very relaxing. Feels a little bit like I'm in the Mediterranean. It's very nice.
It's very soothing to hear it in the background. It's very nice.
I think he is very good, very talented, and I think that is absolutely superb. It sort of added to our lunch. So can you please congratulate him, because I thought it was lovely.
Actually, I was thinking to buying him a drink.
My name is Jez Broun. I'm a guitarist, and I'm sitting here in this courtyard Milson Place, overlooked by Jamie's Italian restaurant, and we're sitting outside my friend Kiss the Frog Again furniture shop, where I play the guitar occasionally because I'm a busker. I play very occasionally. Because I'm self-employed, work from home, I'll literally jump on my scooter, put the amplifier, my guitar in between my legs on the scooter, bring it down because I can park the scooter anywhere in town. So within 5 minutes I can be down here. It's a bit hard getting a place out on the street because busking's so popular that, you know, a lot of the pitches get taken up early in the day. But because, as I say, I've a friend who runs this fantastic shop, and then she lets me play here very occasionally. As you can hear, there's a few people here today in this courtyard that's serving about 3 restaurants.
I'm Caroline, and we're at Kiss the Frog Again on Broad Street in Bath. It just brings a nice atmosphere to the place. We've obviously got dual access. Patio on the back is perfect, and with the restaurant at the back in the, late afternoon, lunchtime, late afternoon and early evening, there are a lot of people in the back courtyard, and it's just nice to have music playing. We like our music in the shop. It's part of the atmosphere and the ambience of the shop, and to have Jez, who's a great guitarist, so it's good for both of us.
I mean, the bottom line is nobody cares when you're busking whether you make mistakes. If I play at a gig, people expect you to be kind of music perfect or whatever, and I get very nervous, so I'm not really a gigging musician, but busking is fantastic. I call it my rehearsal room. The best time is very late on a summer's evening just outside the Abbey, and I can be doing The Girl from Ipanema or whatever with my amplifier turned down really low, and then I suddenly realise that the crowd isn't looking at me, they're looking through me at somebody else, and I turn around and there's this lovely young South American couple who are dancing to my music, and it's such a great feeling. My father banned me from playing the guitar. He was musical director of schools in Wiltshire, and he said it was cheating. And I illicitly had a guitar when I went away to school, and I made one when I was about 17. I had a brilliant woodwork teacher, because I made a career out of woodworking. I'm probably better known as a furniture designer than as a guitarist, but it's music that got me into woodwork, and the guitar that got me here today, busking, and often playing on guitars that I've made.
Jez initially met my sister Jenny. She joined a woodwork course that he was offering, and they also shared a passion for music. Jez obviously plays his guitar. My sister at the time was learning to play the bass with a mutual friend, Jippy Mayo, who later became my sister's partner. I've then got to know Jez through Jenny. We've got a piece of his furniture in the shop. Now, Jez has been a furniture maker for many, many years and has a very, very high reputation, and particularly in Bath, he's renowned for his iconic pieces of furniture, so it fits nicely within the shop.
Bath is a fantastic musical area. I mean, we've got famous musicians, people like Peter Gabriel, Van Morrison, Tears for Fears, I think, and there are probably a whole raft of new guys, plus a kind of pub scene. And then busking, it really is, well, actually I ought to say it's a really terrible place for busking, for obvious reasons. I want the place to myself.
It's a city of culture. There's an awful lot of artists here that are talented and have something to offer. And, I mean, you only need to walk down to the Abbey and see the crowds gathering around the buskers to see how well received they are. And I think that it brings something of character. It enhances the atmosphere of the place. Tourists love it, locals love it. And the majority of buskers are very talented, so it's easy on the ear, and you know, it just brings something nice to the city.
It operates in two levels. There is inevitably a local clique, and I'm not a gang person. I was always a loner at school, and I'm glad I was always a loner. But there is a clique that tends to run the busking. But really, busking is a travelling minstrel is a busker. We should open and welcome the streets to people from any other country or any other town, in the same way that if I wanted to go and busk in Oxford or anywhere else, I'd feel welcome rather than having to queue at 6 o'clock in the morning or whatever to get a pitch. Take for granted that everybody loves us, but I think there are people in Bath who wish the buskers would give it up because we're so noisy. I try not to be personally, although I use an amplifier, I do try and use it in a reasonable way and not deafen everybody else. It's been a fantastic confidence booster for me. When I first started, let's say I learned the guitar as 16 or 17, but only knew a few chords. It's only in the last 10 years that I've taken it up more seriously, and the first time I busked about 9 years ago in Bath, I earned 20 pence. I mean, most people would go home in shame, but I stuck at it, and I had a repertoire of about 3 songs, and then I'd add to them. I won't say I'm learning a new song every week, but I've probably got, 40 songs. Now that's enough to get me by, but I tell you, there's musicians out there who know 1,000 songs. It's unbelievable. I was watching a friend of mine playing in Bradford-on-Avon last night, playing the accordion, and she's in her late 70s, and she's unstoppable. Incredible repertoire. I think if you're passionate about something, learning is fun, and you just want to make more music.
Seen him loads and loads of times in Bath. Jez Broun, who was our home of music in Milsom Place this evening. We had a tweet in while that was going to air